If you're seeing this before the autumn budget, good. Rachel Reeves is about to make you poorer. Not maybe, not probably. She is literally going to stand up in a few weeks with tax rises, spending cuts, and fiscal tightening to plug the massive black hole that she's got in her books. But here's what nobody's telling you. While she's busy taking money out of your pocket, she's accidentally created one of the biggest and best property investment windows we've seen in years. Stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how you can get started today, not next month, not when you feel ready, today. I'm going to show you the complete system that takes you from thinking about property to actually owning it. Now, let's get into it. Landlords are exposed and are fleeing the market. The Renters' Rights Bill has spooked thousands of landlords into selling. Also, rumours about national insurance on rental income have even more thinking about selling up. Plus, Section 21 bans, potential rent controls, EPC rules. Amateur landlords just cannot handle this heat. But here's the thing they're missing. We still have a housing shortage. We still need quality rental homes, good landlords who know what they're doing and aren't going anywhere, professionals who can make the numbers work in any environment, especially this one. But there are more ex-rental properties on the market now than there ever have been. And when supply drops, but demand stays the same or even increases, what happens to rents? They climb. I'm seeing 8 to 12% rent increases in my area right now. Returns from property are getting better, not worse, if you know how to structure things properly. Meanwhile, Rachel Reeves is about to make everyone poorer. Higher taxes, less disposable income, inflation that's eating your saving. Your salary isn't going to save you from what's coming. It's now essential for everyone to look for additional income streams. And the best way is owning assets that generate cash while you sleep. You need to join the smart money instead of being their victim. I mean, while Rachel Reeves scares amateur investors out of the market, the big money is piling in. Lloyds wants to become the biggest private landlord in the UK. Pension funds are buying rental properties by the thousands. Smart money recognises what's going on. Maybe you should too. The next opportunity like this won't come around for at least another decade. So, it's simple. Get in now while the amateurs are running scared, or stay poor with everyone else when the budget hits. The institutions know something that amateurs don't. This right now is when fortunes are made. Warren Buffett said it best. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. This dangerous budget will cost you thousands if you allow it to. If you're waiting for clarity while smart money uses this to their advantage right in front of you, you're going to lose. So I'm now going to help you out, but help you get started so you don't have to be the one that loses. Here are 3 insider tips to help you get started, negotiate, and land real deals. Number 1, you know what agents are sick of? Keen investors who waste their time. You know who they love? Buyers who make their life easy. Walking into a viewing and having these things sorted already makes you stand out from the crowd. A solicitor who's already engaged, proof of funds, proof of ID and address. Sounds simple, but the agents need to do a bunch of compliance work on any buyers. And you would not believe the stories I hear about people putting offers in and then not producing these documents for weeks after. So having all your documents sorted and saved in a file on your computer, ready to send, makes life easy, and it's easy to send over once requested. There's no messing around, straight to the point. This makes the agent's life easier and makes you stand out versus the others. You could also have a contractor on standby to inspect the property quickly. It's another bonus that makes you look professional, well organised and serious. Number 2, here's something else that I've been using that nobody talks about. Instead of making one offer like everyone else, give your sellers 2 choices. The first offer, quick cash sale. They take less money, but they get a fast, clean transaction. Second offer, go with a full asking price, but use a creative solution. Maybe a lease option or exchange now with a delayed completion or vendor finance. A real solution that gets them their full asking price, but it also works for you too. This separates you from every other buyer because you're solving their problem. To do this though, you need to be able to know how to identify their problem and how to solve them. That comes from education. But I want to tell you, beginners can do this too. And number 3, enough with the theory, is what you can do start today. Action 1, define your patch. Stop saying I want to invest in property and get brutally specific. Where are you going to invest and why? Action 2, go public this week. Post somewhere, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever really, it doesn't matter. Post that you're going to get into property investing. This will serve as public accountability so you actually follow through with it. It might also surface a potential opportunity like a deal, an investor, or even a JV partner. Action 3. Go and view 20 properties in the next 7 days. Not next month, this week. View empty properties that need doing up. Focus on understanding the work required and what makes it a good property in this area. Then do the numbers. Analyse them and work out the total cost of purchase, including the legals and the refurb. And then what rent you should be able to achieve. Then work out the done-up value. Work out what your yield is, your ROI is. Understand your exits. You're going to refinance at 75% loan to value. If you are, what's your ROCE going to be? Or are you going to sell? If you're going to sell, what's your pre-tax profit? And once you've done that, write one sentence about each property. State why this works and then why it doesn't. By the end of the week, you will know exactly what reality looks like. So you're not going to be guessing anymore. And if you're struggling with any of that, stick around as I'm going to tell you how you can get help understanding it all. And if you're watching this and you're not thinking about taking action right now, you know what I think's really going on? You're not waiting for better market conditions. You're waiting to feel ready. You're even thinking that you don't have the money. Do you think successful property investors felt confident before starting their first deal? No, they felt terrified. But the difference is they just did it anyway. The difference between people who build real wealth through property and people who think about building wealth through property isn't confidence, it's competence. And that competence comes from doing the work, the action, not from watching videos about doing the work. And everything I just shared only works if you know how to execute properly, how to structure offers that sellers accept, how to read an area like a pro, how to raise money for your deals so not having money isn't a barrier, how to think creatively and solve problems that actually land those deals. That's what separates professionals from wannabe amateurs. If you want to learn how to make, manage and multiply money through property, build multiple streams of recurring passive income, and get your financial future secured, I recommend you join us at Property.School. Property.School has hundreds of hours of courses, masterclasses, and resources to help you master property investment and achieve financial freedom through property. It's really easy to join. All you got to do is type into any browser, property.school/go. Type into any browser, property.school/go. And you'll get full access for less than 50p a day. That's less than a coffee a week. Just think about that. You can also cancel anytime. There's no ongoing contract. And the hundreds of hours of courses, masterclasses, and resources are immediately accessible right now at Property.School. Go type that into any browser right now, property.school/go. Come join us. But listen, if you're watching this before Rachel Reeves drops the budget, don't waste the next 2 weeks reading predictions and hot takes. Use them, because this window won't last forever. Come check us out at property.school/go, and I'll see you inside.